This is the G515 TKL Wired Edition, a new low-profile wired gaming keyboard with GL mechanical switches, double-shot PBT caps, sound dampening, light sync RGB, and so much more. So let's get into it. The first thing we see when we open the box is this quick start guide printed on the lid. It shows how to connect your keyboard. Under that, we have the keyboard wrapped in some protective cloth. We remove that, and here we have the keyboard itself. But before we dive into that, let's set it aside and check out the rest of the box. Under the keyboard, there's a bit of documentation, which we'll set aside, and then there's this accessories box. Inside of that, we find the USB-C to A data cable. Now, back to the keyboard. The low-profile GL switches are factory lubed and are topped with double-shot PBT keycaps. They feel so smooth, and their actuation point is 1.3 millimeter, so the reaction time here is fast. They come in tactile and linear. This one is tactile, but I like both. And lastly, it's designed with sound dampening, so the typing experience is immaculate. It's incredibly thin at 22 millimeters, but it still houses a lot of features. On the back here, we have the USB-C port, which is used to connect the keyboard. And on the top edge, we have the game mode button. The game mode button allows you to disable a few keys while gaming to prevent unwanted key presses in the heat of battle. This keyboard also features key control, which allows you to remap and rebind keys to your liking with up to 15 functions per key. You can enter key control by hitting Function plus A, and the layout can be configured in G-Hub. The last thing I want to talk about is our classic light sync RGB. To take a look, let's connect the keyboard, which is simple to do. Just plug in the USB-C end of the included cable into the keyboard, then connect the USB-A end to your computer, and that's it. LightSync allows you to display up to 16.8 million available colors on any of the keys. There are tons of preset animations and themes, or you can build your own. Be sure to check out our Introduction to G-Hub video to get started. A beautiful and aesthetically pleasing gaming keyboard that packs in mechanical switches, Lightspeed wireless, and tons of customizations that we'll go over in a bit. So let's get into it. Once we open the box, the first thing we're greeted with is a quick start guide under the lid. Next is the keyboard itself, wrapped in some protective paper. We'll go ahead and remove that, and here it is. This keyboard is honestly gorgeous, and it's packed with all of the tech that make our gaming keyboards legendary. Before we get into all of the features of the keyboard, let's get everything out of the box. Under the keyboard tray, which we lift up with this cloud-shaped tab, we have something else wrapped in protective paper. A cloud-shaped wrist rest. You have to admit the styling here is on point. We have some documentation under the wrist rest, which we'll set aside. And lastly, we have this accessories box, which contains a USB-C cord for charging and cabled operation, as well as an extender for the Lightspeed dongle. This extender allows for a few configurations and a bit of redundancy. For more information on using the extender and other connection tips, be sure to check out our video on hooking up your Lightspeed keyboard. And if you're looking for the Lightspeed dongle, it's actually stored here in the bottom of the keyboard. Now that we have everything all laid out, we can really appreciate the aesthetic while we get into all of the features that make this keyboard amazing. You can select between three types of switches: clicky, linear, and tactile. The one I have is the GX Brown Tactile. The wrist rest combined with the adjustable height make this a really dreamy and comfortable typing and gaming experience. If we power on the keyboard, we can see the truly amazing LightSync lighting that glows all around the perimeter, which comes with 4 immersive play mood animations that are exclusive to the Aurora collection. Or you can set up your own looks with 16.7 million colors available to every single key, all configurable in G-Hub. There are also accessory packs that allow you to customize the keycaps and the faceplate, really helping you dial in the vibe of your setup. This keyboard can connect 3 ways: via Lightspeed, via a cable, or via Bluetooth. We also have a nice set of media keys, a volume roller, a backlight brightness button, a game mode button, which disables selectable keys to make sure you don't accidentally exit a game, and the connection mode button, which cycles between Lightspeed and Bluetooth. You can also cycle through the onboard lighting effects by holding the backlight button and pressing the keys on the number row. There are so many more features of this keyboard that I could go over, but I think that covers the basics of this amazing keyboard. First thing we're greeted with when we open the box is this super nice case. We'll remove that, and let's take a quick look at the quick start guide that's printed under the lid of the box. This is handy information if this is your first time setting up a Lightspeed keyboard. On that note, make sure to check out our video on setting up your Lightspeed keyboard. Let's get this box out of the way and open this case. First thing we see is the keyboard wrapped up to keep it clean during transit. We'll remove that, and here it is. The Pro X60 comes equipped with our optical key switches, which come in two types, tactile and linear. This particular keyboard is linear, but I like both. It's weighted nicely, feels solid, and with this 60% format, it saves so much room. Under that, we have some documentation, which we'll set aside, the Lightspeed dongle, packaged in its extender, a USB to USB-C charge cable, and an alternate escape key. Let's have a look around the outside. On the right, we have the game mode switch, which disables keys, preventing accidental key presses in-game. On the top right, there is a Lightspeed connection button, a Bluetooth button, the Type-C port, and the power switch. On the left, there's a volume roller and a caps lock LED, and on the front is a power indicator. And lastly, on the bottom, there's a space to store your Lightspeed dongle. Okay, let's power it on. The keys themselves are LightSync RGB and are individually addressable, with several presets and animated profiles available in G Hub. And that brings us to the coolest upgrade here. Key control allows you to individually reassign any key on the keyboard to do anything you need. This opens up a whole world of possibilities. I'm excited because today we're unboxing an exciting new product, the Logitech G PRO X TKL Lightspeed keyboard. The TKL stands for 10 keyless. I'm excited for this one because this is already my favorite keyboard that we've released in a long time. Up to 50 hours of battery per charge, 1 millisecond report rate, and an excellent upgrade we'll get into later. So let's get into it. The first thing we're greeted with when we open the box is this super nice case. We'll remove that, and let's take a quick look at the quick start guide that's printed under the lid of the box. This is handy information if this is your first time setting up a Lightspeed keyboard. Let's get this box out of the way and open this case. Here we have some documentation, which we'll set aside, and under that we have the keyboard itself nicely wrapped to keep it clean during transit. We'll remove that. The Pro X TKL comes with 3 types of switches, clicky, linear, and tactile. This particular keyboard is the clicky, but I honestly like all 3 profiles. It's nice and weighty, functionally no deck flex, and feels like an absolute tank. Under that, we have the Lightspeed dongle, packaged in its extender, and we also have a USB to USB-C charge cable. This is the upgrade I was talking about earlier. The Pro X TKL features USB-C. We'll leave all of that in the case. On the top here, we have buttons for selecting connection method, supporting Lightspeed and Bluetooth, and the keyboard can also operate as a wired keyboard. This game mode button disables the Windows key so you don't accidentally hit it, exiting the game. We've all done this once or twice. It can also disable other keys that you define in G Hub. You have the backlight button, as well as a row of media keys and a volume wheel. These function keys also act as profile keys for 3 assignable profiles. The keys themselves are LightSync RGB and are individually addressable, with several presets and animated profiles available in G Hub. In the G915X Lightspeed, you get your keyboard, a Lightspeed dongle, an extender, a USB-C to A cable, and some user documentation. With that out of the way, let's take a look at the connection process. For the G915X Lightspeed, plug in the Lightspeed dongle to your computer, turn on your keyboard, and click on the Lightspeed button, and the G915X will automatically connect to your computer via the Lightspeed dongle. In case you want to use Bluetooth, press on the Bluetooth button and your keyboard will go into pairing mode. Under Bluetooth settings, click on the G915X, enter the code shown on screen, and you have successfully connected via Bluetooth. For the G915X wired, connect the USB-C end of your cable to the keyboard and connect the USB-A end to your computer, and you have successfully connected your G915X wired. The G915X Lightspeed and wired both have a similar layout with a few additional features exclusive to the Lightspeed version. The similarities include 9 G keys, dedicated media control keys, an aluminum volume roller, double-shot PBT keycaps, a game mode and light sync button, a USB-C port, and adjustable feet with 2 different angles. But with the G915X Lightspeed, you get some additional features like a dedicated Lightspeed and Bluetooth button, a slot to store your Lightspeed dongle, and a brushed aluminum top plate compared to a sandblasted finish on the G915X wired. The G915X gaming keyboards feature some incredible upgrades, like a shorter actuation point of 1.3mm, resulting in a faster key register, and the GL low-profile switches use a cross-style switch, which improves stability. This allows you to respond quickly, especially in games that demand quick reaction times. The G915X also offers a wide range of shortcut keys and customizations. Here you get 9 G keys as opposed to the 5 on the previous version, and there are dedicated media keys and a roller bar for volume control. With the latest key control functionality, players can configure up to 15 functions per key to unleash even greater levels of gaming performance by remapping commonly used commands. With an incredible 36 hours of battery life, you can comfortably game for prolonged sessions without worry on the G915X Lightspeed. It also features full LightSync RGB lighting for an immersive experience and a distinct look. You can also customize your G915X according to your preference via Logitech G Hub. With a premium aluminum build, low-profile keys with a faster response time and increased stability, loads of customization, LightSync RGB, and a 36-hour battery life, the brand new Logitech G915X is the one gaming keyboard that's meant for the ultimate gaming experience.